everybody. So today we're going to be discussing something that sounds really hard, but it actually isn't. We're going to be doing something called sequencing. And I know that sounds like a new word and you're like, oh, teacher, sequencing, what is that? I don't want to talk about it. But it's actually a skill that you already have and something that you know how to do. Sequencing means finding the events in the story and putting them in order. So it's just finding the beginning, middle, and end of a story. Easy, right? It's something that we do all the time. So here's an example of a short story that has a beginning, middle, and end, and they'll have lots of familiar sequencing words. Okay? Here we go. Once upon a time, there was a special baby called Rose. The baby grew into a happy princess until one day she fell under a witch's curse. Later, a prince rode up to the enchanted castle. Finally, the handsome prince found the princess, kissed her, and lifted the curse. In the end, they all lived happily ever after. So that was a really short version of a familiar story that most of us know, Sleeping Beauty, and it had a lot of sequence words. So once upon a time, first, later, finally, in the end, those all tell the order in which the story has happened. So for the beginning of a story, we use words like once upon a time, in the beginning, first, to begin, to start, one day, once, a long time ago, you could say. For the middle parts of a story, we can use meanwhile, soon, suddenly, next, second, later, then, eventually, after that, anything like that, words that you know. And for the end of the story, to find the conclusion, what happens at the last part. Last, finally, in the end, after all, at this point, to conclude, you can even say to conclude. Okay, so those are all words that you probably know or have heard or are familiar with. So now it's your turn. For your task, we're gonna ask you to take a short story or a movie that you like, really short, and want you to summarize it in your own words. Put it in a sequence, okay? So you just tell me, well, first, there were 3 little pigs. They all built houses. Next, there was a big bad wolf and he tried to blow down all of their houses. In the end, the pigs won. That's all I need. Just try to use, familiar sequencing words so that you can show me that you understand what sequencing means. All right? I can't wait to hear your stories. Good luck!